Hi, it's the Rawesome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing a video. I think this is only part two. I've never done more videos for this company from a while ago. It's a brand called Harmless Harvest, and they have their first product was their coconut water. I guess, what do they call that when it's your first product? I forget what it's called. You're showcasing the first line. I forget what it is. But anyway, so they have some other new products now on the market, and I'm going to be doing at least one more video with their other product, which it looks interesting as well. So this is the product. It's coconut based, of course, and also, I have a link below to their website. Check out all they offer and all about the company. So this is what they call their unsweetened, plain, organic, dairy-free coconut yogurt alternative. It fits with who they are. Now, one gripe I guess I have, because I try to always be positive in my videos, but this is their unsweetened plain. I don't want to use sugar. The only thing I'm more apt to use is like coconut nectar, coconut sugar, or date sugar. Maple syrup sometimes I'm okay with, and agave is like kind of teetering, like not quite sure. There's some company that has some products I may be doing that has, but they say that theirs is really not like the processed ones that everyone uses. So we'll see. But anyway, long story short about them, so not all their yogurts are sugar-free. And what really boggles my mind is like when you're making a product where your whole MO, I guess, so to speak, like your modus operandi is coconut, why aren't you using coconut sugar? Why are you using cane sugar? That's what I don't understand, the logic or the mindset of why you use cane sugar when this is a coconut product. So that's just me. So maybe if anyone sees this from the company, you could look into doing that, because I'd love to try the other varieties, but I stay away from that. That's just my own personal preference. So, but this looks really good because it's right up what I would be interested in consuming, and there are quite a few companies making different types of coconut yogurts that I've actually reviewed on my channel. But it's always good to have more options and to see what they're all about. So this one it's a 4.4 ounce container. It is organic and dairy free, delicious. It says made the harmless way. That's how they get the name Harmless Harvest, because they're doing things that are not harming. It's also perishable, so you need to keep it refrigerated. It is OU, but D, meaning for dairy, because I don't know if they use dairy equipment, but meaning if you have an issue with that, just so you know. It is certified organic. It is fair for life, fair trade 92%. I mean, if I didn't show you the container, the packaging, what it looks like, it's nice. They show you the coconut here, and they have that as well with the coconut. And let's see, was there anything else I needed to tell you on here? Is the ingredients are organic coconut milk, which is just water and the coconut meat, organic tapioca starch, and I believe tapioca is cassava, comes from cassava, I think that's what it is, but don't quote me if I'm wrong. And it also has live and active cultures, and they do tell you what cultures are in here. And I've heard different cultures are more beneficial than others. I'm not sure which ones they are, but this is the ones that they use. They use, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cultures. L. acidophilus, B. lactis, S. thermophilus, L. casei, or it's CASEI, L. bulgaricus, B. bifidum, and L. rhamnosus. So those are the ones that they have in this. And you could see that all on their website as well. And then I believe on the website, because it doesn't say on the packaging, and I think that's important to tell you once you open it, how long do you have to use it. And I read on there, I think it's 4 to 5 days, something around there, but you could always check the website too for that information. But I would highly suggest that they put it on the packaging, because that gives you more idea. Not everyone uses it all at once, like eating it as a yogurt. I normally don't. I eat it in different ways, and I'm actually going to show you how I'm going to eat it today, which will be a lot different than maybe what most people use it for. I'm going to taste it first, of course, just to get the idea of what it tastes like. So just so you know the nutritional information as well, just briefly, the 70 calories, 3 grams of fat, no cholesterol, no sodium. It's low carb because it's mostly the coconut. It's high dietary fiber. Sugar, no added. Protein, just 1 gram, very small. 2% calcium and 2% potassium. That's about it. But it's got all those good cultures, so that's what you want in your body. The probiotics are very important. So I'm going to open this up, and since I don't always eat the whole thing, usually I eat it in different ways. you know, what I do is I don't tear off the whole cover. I tear off just a small amount, and then I put it in a resealable bag, or Ziploc, whatever, you know, that's the name of a brand, but it's a resealable bag. So I'm just going to open up a little bit just to be able to get in here and try it. And it does smell like cultured coconut. Yeah, it has a nice, and coconut meat, it has like a sweeter kind of a flavor, a sweeter kind of a smell. So I'm going to go ahead and have a spoon here. Let's see which spoon I'm using. Make sure I'm not going to double dip. Because you don't want to do that when even if you're by yourself, you know, because you're putting things back in from your mouth. So normally what I do is, if I'm going to use it like in different ways, because this is quite thick, just so you kind of see how that is when it comes off the spoon. And I think the tapioca too gives it a thickness. Oops, I'm trying to get it off the spoon. It's that thick. Wow. So, you know, I've used it as spreads in different ways like that. So what I do is normally I have a spoon in here, and then if I'm going to put it on something or want to eat it, then I'll have a separate spoon, and I'll use this only for inside. So I'm going to go ahead and take a taste, and then this is not going to be the spoon I will make the recipe with. Yeah, it just tastes like plain coconut yogurt, cultured coconut. So the other thing too is, the reason I like it unsweetened as well, I call it a blank canvas. What that means is you can do what you want with it. That would be, you know, you can actually take some out, or if you're going to eat the whole thing, and add all your own different kinds of things. You can make a savory yogurt with all different kind of savory herbs, fresh herbs and veggies, and, you know, make it almost like a yogurt smoothie kind of in the container or in another bowl. Or make it sweet, you know, add granola, add dried fruit or fresh berries, you know, ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, and like, you know, on there, you know, in there, you know, the sky's the limit. Where you could do maca powders if you like superfoods. You know, you could do so many different things. If you wanted to have a little color to it, you can add some turmeric, you know, and it'll turn like a little more orange, yellow orange. So you could have a lot of fun with it and just kind of do that savory, sweet, spicy, however you want it. So that's why I like it. So it's just completely plain. That's what's nice about it. And then if you want it sweetened, yeah, you can add your sweetener, whatever you choose to use. But I like that this doesn't have added, so then you could do what you want with it. So now what I'm going to be making is something interesting. So, like I said, there's a lot of ways you could use yogurt, not just traditionally how people eat it, just on a spoon from the container. And I do fun things with it. You know, I've put it on crackers, and I've put it on, you know, trying to think, like tortillas. I've done so many different types of things with it. You could just have on rice cakes. So there's all different types of things you could do. You could make it into a sauce, a dressing, a spread on things. So there's no limits to what you can do. Use it in desserts. You know, like if you're going to make like a pudding or something, this would be nice. You could have a yogurt pudding. If you were doing rice or quinoa, like a yogurt quinoa rice pudding with all different kinds of seasoning, you know, nice spices and sweetness. So what I'm doing is, now that I gave you the whole spiel, so I have here, and it's only a piece of it, and I'll show you that, I have it on a plate, is a spaghetti squash. Oops, I guess this was the liquid from it, but that's okay. And it's just half, and it's actually cold now. I actually made it in advance, and it wasn't necessary for this, but I just happened to have it, and I said, oh, maybe I'll just do this for the video. So what's nice is it's spaghetti. If you don't eat spaghetti, I don't eat pasta, this is a great alternative. I eat it weekly, and it's great. It's available most of the year, most of the time during the year. So I'm just gonna, you know, scoop this out of the skin. It's really soft because I cooked it. I cut them in half. So this is half. This is half of the half. And then I'm gonna do it with the yogurt, kind of like a sauce. So it'll be like the spaghetti sauce for this. I don't have any tomato paste. I could have done that too. I have tomatoes to put on it. So what I'm going to do is, so you bear with me for a minute, because I need to do this off the camera because I don't have the space to show it to you. So I apologize for that, but I just have to do it this way. So just bear with me, and I will take it off the skin. So the skin is really soft, so it actually peels right off, but I just need to put it on a plate, and then I'll show it to you once I peel it off. So yeah, spaghetti squash is such a great alternative, and you could do so many different things with it as well. So just bear with me one moment, and then I will show it to you. It's just try to get it all off of here so I'm not eating any of the skin, because that won't taste very good. And people bake their squashes too. That's also an option. So I think I got all this, I think I got all the skin off, it looks like. So this is what spaghetti squash looks like. If you've never seen it before, I'm kind of breaking it up a little in the bowl, so it's a clear glass bowl. It's a glass bowl, so you could see in it. Oh, I think I missed a little piece here. Let me get that off. Oops. Missed one little piece. So here's the spaghetti squash. And I just, you know, try to mush it around here, separate it a little so you could see the spaghetti strands. And maybe I'll pull one up just for you to see if you've never seen spaghetti squash. So here's what they look like. Really thin spaghetti. And I guess, I don't know when this was, when this came about. You can always, like I say, Google it and find out for yourself. But it's a great alternative. And it's so versatile, so it's great to have on hand. And it doesn't take that long to cook either when you boil it on the stove. So, okay, so that is good to go as far as getting it kind of separate. So now what I'm going to do, next step is, what I'm going to do is going to take some of the yogurt and put that on. And I'm going to add some different vegetables, beans. I'll show you all a bunch of things we're going to add to it. So what I'll do now, I'm going to take a clean spoon, which I have right here, just to show you it's a different spoon than I used before. So the other was, what was the other one? I'm trying to think. Where is it? I don't even know. Or is this the one I used? I can't remember now. I'm confused. Oh well. I don't think I used this one. This one looks clean to me. Or no, I think actually I did use this one. Whoops. So what I'm going to do actually is take the back of this spoon because I can't remember. I think I might have used that other one. I don't see another spoon here for that. So I'm just going to take the back of the spoon here. My apologies. Oops, and I just got some yogurt where I didn't want it, but you can see that, so that's okay. Just a little bit more for me to clean up. So I'm just taking some out of here. And I guess I could lick the back of this spoon. It is a wooden spoon, so that's fine. I'm not going to use up the whole container. Just trying to get it off here. Sorry for the buzz there, my phone. I should have turned it off. Hey, live video, you know, you get what you get. Let me see if this is enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to lick this spoon yet because I don't know if it's as much yogurt as I want, but I have chopsticks, so I could mix it, and I want to kind of cream it into the spaghetti here. So make it nice and creamy, so you can see now the yogurt is mixed into the spaghetti squash. If you could see that it kind of has a creamy look. I think that's probably about enough. And I could add a little more, but I think it's okay. I think it'll be fine the way it is. So I think I'll add just maybe one little bit more. If I can get it off the spoon here. Just a little bit more, and then I'll lick the spoon. Now I'm done. Okay, now, next I'm going to add, and then all the different things I'm going to mention, I'll just put below some of the products, other products I'm using, just so you have an idea. So the next thing I'm going to add is some pinto beans. This is from Eden Organic, and what I love about their bean in the can, it's very unique, is they have no salt added, which is great. They're all organic. Also, they use kombu. A lot of people don't know what kombu seaweed is. It's a seaweed that actually helps break down the beans so they're easy to digest. And no other company is doing it but them. So that's why I highly recommend them. So I'll definitely put a link below so you can check out. Yeah, they carry a lots of different products, and I've mentioned some of them in different videos that I've done over the years. So I'm going to take a few spoonfuls. And this has some liquid in it, and you want to keep the liquid. The liquid's very good. It has the kombu in it and everything, so it's more kind of like it foams up if you kind of whisk it. But I like to use it, so it's part of the dish, and it's going to make it a little more watery, but that's okay. But you don't want to throw that liquid out. That liquid has a lot of good nutrition in it, because these are cooked beans ready to go. You don't have to heat them up if you don't want to. You could just eat them. You could really eat them right out of the can as well. Just to, plugging them. I'm doing the video for Harmless Harvest, but it also there's no BPA. It's BPA-free lining. So I'm taking a few spoonfuls of pinto. I like pinto beans, and this will add a little color to the dish as well. And beans are very good for you too. They have a lot of good nutrition. So here are the beans, and there's a little bit liquid in it. So you're going to see the beans here like that. You can see that in the video. There are the beans. Okay, then next what I'm going to add is I have some veggies too as well, some little extra things to use. So I washed some little tomatoes here, little think they call them Wild Wonders or something. So I'm just going to put a few little tomatoes or a couple in here. I have a red one and an orange one. So I'm going to just slice those in 4s and then in smaller pieces too, so you have a little more showing in the dish. So bear with me. And then you could also use herbs. I didn't think of that. I have herbs I could have used. I have rosemary and I have thyme, but you know, I forgot to bring that over, so that's okay. This will do. So bear with me just a moment, and then I'm going to cut up the orange one. Here's if you want to see what that looks like. And then I'm going to put that into the dish. Yeah, the herbs would have given it a nice green, a little bit more green color, but that's okay. You can do that on your own. And then I actually have some slices of cucumber. I'll show you that. I already sliced them. This was an English cucumber. So I'm just going to cut those in like a long piece and then in smaller ones. So then you get to see some of the green in that. And like little cubes. So almost done with that. Then I want to add some other seasoning, and I'll share that with you in just a moment. And then I have some celery. I just have a piece of celery. I'm not going to use the whole thing, but I'm just going to cut a piece up. So I'm just going to slice it down here, and then slice it down here like that, and just make little pieces. And I'll show you when that's done before I add the seasoning. Okay, almost there. Okay, so I've got all the vegetables that I want in there. You could also add radish, you could add pepper, you could add jicama. Really, there's kind of no end to anything. If you want greens, like, you know, like some cooked spinach or something. So here's how it looks. It's pretty, actually, with the colors as is. But if you wanted to add more, so if you could see that, look how pretty that looks. If you could see that, you can see that from the, you can't really see that from the bottom. I'm trying to bend it so it doesn't, but that it doesn't fall. So there you go. So now you can't really see the spaghetti anymore. It's kind of hiding with all the veggies. So now I'm going to season it. Put my chopsticks down here for a minute. So now I'm going to season it with a few different things. I have here actually also from, but I use their containers. I love their containers. They're great. This is also from Eden. This is their Gomashio. It's an organic sesame seed and sea salt, but it's very low sodium. Only 3% in 1 teaspoon, which is 65 milligrams. So it gives it a nice flavor. It's nice for seasoning. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this on there. So it's just sesame seeds and sea salt. So I could actually show that to you while I'm doing it. Just sprinkle a little bit on there, just for a little flavor. But I do reuse these jars. They're great. So if you ever buy their Gomashio, it's such a nice jar. Just so you know, don't throw them out if you're a person who likes jars, because it has a thing for sprinkling and then a thing for the spoon. So I reuse these for all different kinds of seasonings that I use if you want to have a bigger jar, not the smaller size ones. And then, also, it's in their jar still, so it says Gomashio, but it's not. This is actually nori flakes, and this is from a brand as well that I'll mention too. It's a brand that does nori, and I think they're called Raw Nori or something, the company, I believe. So this is one of their products. Yeah, I was trying to find their website on here, but I think it's like Raw Nori or something. So this is actually their sheets. So, but they also make it in flakes. So I like that as well. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some of this on as well. So this gives it a little bit of the black color, so you add a little more contrast. And then nori doesn't have like a real salty taste. Like dulse is more, I think, more salty. So, and then finally, also I have in this jar, but I don't have the label from it anymore, is a nutritional yeast. So that'll give it a nice flavor. And that is from this brand called Foods Alive, and I've done quite a number of videos, so maybe more than a dozen. But I'll mention this below too. So it's a non-fortified nutritional yeast, and that's the one you want to get, because others are used synthetic B vitamins, and you do not want that. So stay away from any product that says it has, you know, B12. It should not have, because here, let me see, this does not have B12. So if it has B12, it's actually synthetic, so you do not want that. This has other B vitamins, but it's the B12 that's the issue. So that's the brand. It comes in it comes actually now in a shaker container as well, so you know. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this on as well, and then I'm going to have to go ahead and taste it. So this will give it a little yellow. I don't want to take away from everything of the color. I think I don't want to overload it. So I'm going to get my chopsticks here, kind of mix it up a little in here, the flavors, and then you can take a look at that. I'll turn it a little so you can see what it looks like. So that's my creation. So it's a spaghetti squash, yogurt, coconut yogurt, dressing with veggies. So I'm going to go ahead and take a taste now. Let you know what I think. I can definitely taste the yogurt. And I'd probably put a little more seasoning on it, maybe even lemon juice or vinegar. Give it a little more salty flavor. Because it's a little bland, it still tastes good. But probably something a little more salty, but it's yummy. And the yogurt definitely creams it up like the sauce. If I had tomato paste on here too, it would make it saltier flavor. But it's delicious. I'll definitely be eating this, and I have another half of a half to eat, so I can add this to it as well. But I will definitely be enjoying this. It's delicious, and the whole idea for this dish came from trying out this new coconut yogurt. I think I got a little. I thought I had a little from the skin, but it wasn't. So again, this is Harmless Harvest. This is their unsweetened, plain, organic, dairy-free coconut yogurt alternative. I hope you check them out and check out all their other products. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.